In this video, I want to talk about meditation, or more specifically, breath meditation, which is also known as anapanasati in Buddhist Sanskrit. It was one of the original forms of meditation that Gautama Buddha himself taught during his time. So if you've ever looked into Buddhism at all, or even heard of it, the most common form you've probably heard of is this form of meditation that I'm going to be talking about, which is mindfulness of the breath, which is actually what anapanasati means, is mindfulness of the breath. So basically it is the backbone of all Eastern philosophy and religion, Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, those sorts of things, Zen. They all sort of use this method of meditation. They're different ways and techniques that they do it vary, but meditation is almost always found in those religions or methods somewhere. So basically what anapanasati is exactly what it means, mindfulness of the breath. It's the form of meditation that I use and I'm most educated on, I guess. It's also, I guess you could say, the most easy, straightforward form of meditation to start with or work with in any level of your training. I favor it the most as well because it can be done really at any given time, because when are you not breathing, you know? So how it's done, how this breath meditation is done, is you don't need to go and sit in lotus in the middle of the woods to be able to do this. You could be in traffic, you could be eating dinner, you could sit down if you'd like. That's how I like to do it, because it's just more kind of like a set and setting ceremony type thing. But what you do is you basically just come to the awareness of your breath. You come to the awareness of where your breath is in that moment. And I guess a way to do this is how I do it, is you focus on the interior of your nostrils, right here where you feel the air passing in and back out. And in the Buddhist teachings they call it following the breath, where you follow the air down through your lungs into your stomach and then back out of your nose, and you kind of just do this motion and you remain conscious of the flow of this breath in and out. And just like any form of meditation, there are going to be thoughts and things that kind of come into the way and pull your attention away, and just gently go back to the awareness of your breath, where it is. Take a deep breath if you feel like you're out of air or something like that. Just allow your breathing to breathe, you know. You don't need to think about how to breathe it. Naturally, you will feel that natural cycle, that in and out motion. Now, I've been practicing Buddhism and learning about it, rather, for almost 3 years now, but it wasn't until very recently that I actually began practicing meditation, where every morning I wake up and I start my coffee, and while my coffee's brewing, I come and sit in my room, and for about 10 minutes I sit there and I focus on my breath. And already I have found lots of benefits through this method. Not only first thing in the morning are you much more calm and just clear-headed after that session, where usually when you wake up first thing, you immediately snap back into what should I be thinking about, what should I do today, like this, that, just going all over the place. But when you actually take a moment to just sit and focus directly on one thing, be it your breath, your mind falls into this naturally very calm, quiet state, and it's honestly really peaceful for the morning vibe, you know. And another thing that I've gained as a benefit through meditation is it's a method to pull yourself back into the moment at any given time. whether it be an argument or some anxiety or something clouding your mind, or your day's just not going the way you want it to, your breath is always there, and you can always return to this point of breath, which is constantly just in and out. It's just constantly with you, just like everything else. And I've found it very useful and beneficial to sort of call back onto that point of just here-ness and focus on the breath and let everything just work itself out in that moment, because it really does. When you focus on your breath, all that rambling continues to go on in your head whether you like it or not, and slowly but surely, without your participation, because you're focused on your breath, it begins to fall away and work itself out. And if a thought comes up that seems confusing or hard to deal with, think about it for a second. Think about what it means, why it came up. And if you're just finding that it's this barrier, forget about it and go back to the breath, and it will fall away and will naturally fall away. And it's in the same way that you're probably not thinking about the same thing you were 5 minutes ago or 20 seconds ago. It's just constantly this flowing, and I've realized that this breath meditation is very, very beneficial for pulling you back into the moment and out of the situations you think you've fallen into, be it good or bad. So that's basically it for meditation. I could go on and on and on about the different types of meditation that are available and how you do those and what people have gained through that. But I just kind of wanted to generalize my take on meditation, what it does for me, and the kind of meditation that I use. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I will be back with more.